Hi guys, JRCon Reviews here, and I'm back with my Christmas/January update. Now this is just stuff I got from Christmas and what I bought in January, as the title suggests. So let's get started, as we immediately start with DWM issue 521. I only get DWM when it's like a landmark issue. The last one I got was when Jodie was announced, so I got the one of where she is as the Doctor, and I must say she looks absolutely fantastic on this cover. Beautiful cover. Since the editorial team kind of took over, I've not really been too impressed with their covers, but this one is amazing. The way that the background contrasts with her costume, I think it just does it beautifully, and it really does show her as the Doctor, with that fantastic interview that she gave as well. I really loved her interview in this copy, along with Chris Chibnall's word of, hey lads, the show is in very good hands now with me in charge. We're working very hard, and if you don't hear updates, you know, it's because we're doing the show that we love. Jodie gave a great update, and there's a fantastic bit on with Rachel Talalay, with the absolutely amazing Series 10 finale. Fantastic issue. Pick up a copy, it's just beautiful. Fantastic issue, just well done to everyone involved. Really loved it. Now, with Christmas, we always get little novelties, and as a little novelty, Doctor Who Trivial Pursuit. I tell you what, this is a lot of fun to do. I really want to do some proper Doctor Who fans because it's just really fun. It's got questions from the classic series and new series. A really good thing. Also at Christmas, I got some Jon Pertwee. We're coming up with the Claws of Axos special edition. I've not seen Claws of Axos since I was probably about 10 years old, but I remember really liking it. It's a very Marmite episode that you may have to re-watch in order to appreciate it. I've heard since then, but I'm still really looking forward to watching Claws of Axos, and I always love Roger Delgado and Jon Pertwee's chemistry. Just what a team, just in this era. And since I didn't really want to pay 17 quid for, I got the Myths and Legends box set because I just really didn't want to pay the full price for this, because for some reason this is the one box set that just does not decrease in price, and I have no idea why. It's basically the box set where they get all the shit and just throw them in, besides Horns of Nimon, and I'll explain why. First off, the Time Monster. I've heard it's a very dull and slow story, so we shall just have to see what that is like when the roads cross. I also really love how they put like the really disgusting TARDIS roundels on it. I hate the Time Monster roundels. Ugh. Next up, Underworld, or Underpants, as a lot of us call it. Yeah, one of the worst Doctor Who episodes ever, I've heard. And The Horns of Nimon, which I watched on Christmas Day, and I can tell you, it is absolutely fantastic. This does not deserve the hate, right? This gets hate because people do not understand the humour in it. This is the closest thing I have ever seen to a Douglas Adams script that isn't Douglas Adams, because this is so inspired by Douglas Adams, because it is just beautiful. It does not take itself seriously one bit. The Nimon in it are just funny. Soldeed is hilarious. Honestly, watch The Horns of Nimon and just do not take it seriously, because this does not take itself seriously. It's a fantastic episode. And Romana, I also loved Romana's costume in this. That is really doctory, and it's something I really expected Jodie to actually wear. But yeah, Horns of Nimon, it's just a class episode. And of course the Nimon return in Seasons of Fear, so I shall get to that road when I cross the Meganathon. Books! Now I have one new series hardback and 11 EDAs, and in this EDA selection are some super rare ones, some of the rarest EDAs that you will find. So with the EDAs, I will go through them chronologically, but there are two at the end that are giga rare, probably one of the rarest EDAs, because currently Vampire Science is the rarest, so these probably come close, and I got them all for great prices. But first of all, I just want to say I got Nightmare of Black Hand at a market thing for just £2 because I'm into my new series hardbacks at the moment. So yeah, that was just a nice little cheap find, just to get that done. So with the EDAs, I would like to start off with a rare one, and I've been after this one since I was about 11 years old, and this is the 8 Doctors. If you know me, you know how much I've struggled trying to get the 8 Doctors. It is just, it's just one of those things that always slip out of my grasp. I've lost bids on it, I've forgot about it. It's just I've always wanted this, and now I finally have it, and it's in absolutely fantastic condition, might I say. Spine is in really nice condition, and on the back we have Rassilon as well. It's very special, as it usually just has a little indent of what the cover is like on here, but with this it's got Rassilon, so it really feels like a special story. And with this, if you go in expecting a Day of the Doctor scale story, you're not going to get this. It's very low down and chilled character piece, really. So if you go in like that, I've heard that you enjoy it, which is kind of just what I really wanted anyway. So I'm looking forward to actually getting a chance to read the 8 Doctors, as this year I really plan to read some more books, as last year I read Who Killed Kennedy, and still expect a review of that as well. So yeah, the 8 Doctors. Next up, I've been told by a certain YouTube Pteroleptal that this book is absolutely amazing and I needed to get it. So it is The Body Snatchers, with Zygons obviously spoiled on the cover for us. I actually really laugh at this cover because the CGI render of the skulls is the exact same CGI render used on the cover of Genocide, which is the next book in the series. But yeah, I got this from my friend. He just bought it for me because I needed the final rare EDA out of the first 10. Little spoilers for what's coming up next. But yeah, The Body Snatchers. Next up, the start of the Faction Paradox series, Alien Bodies. I managed to get this for about £5.50, which is an absolute bargain. And the Alien Bodies, again, it's the start of the Faction Paradox arc. A very long arc, but you honestly only really need to read 6 books in order to understand it. And that's Alien Bodies, Unnatural History, Shadows of Avalon, I believe, Interference, both books, and Ancestor Cell, and that's pretty much the gist of what the Faction Paradox arc is about. So yeah, Alien Bodies, absolutely amazing condition for the price. I can't remember if it's £5.50 or £6.50, but the pages are near white. The spine on it is pristine. It's quite a thick book as well, by Mad Larry himself. So yeah, Alien Bodies, really pleased to have this. Coming with some more common EDAs now, Kursal, which is a very Trojan horse in the EDAs, as it doesn't really look like anything, but I've really heard this is one of the best EDAs you can get. It's got absolutely zero continuity to it, so it's just straight into the story. And this was in a bundle that I got for £10, which came with 5 books, but I already had Unnatural History, and that will be coming up in Pertwee Smith 11's collection update. So yeah, because I sent that to him. So there's 4 books from this bundle in here. So yeah, Kursal, meant to be very good. So yeah, we'll see what that's all about. Very boring cover though, but I kind of like it. Next up is one in the first 10, which I absolutely know nothing about, and that is Longest Day by Michael Collier. It's quite a thick book, I must say. It's about the same length as Alien Bodies, just spine-wise. And yeah, this is in practically new condition, as this was in the bundle that was labelled new. But yeah, I absolutely know nothing about this. But my long-term goal was to get the first 10 EDAs, because I just didn't really think I had a chance. But I now have the first 8, so all I need now are Genocide and Option Lock, and then I have the first 10. And coming up is a very controversial book, just renowned for being crap basically, and that is Belle Tempest by Jim Mortimore. Thank God I got this in the bundle for £10, as especially the next EDA you'll see is just a very rare one that's worth about £10 itself. But yeah, I think it's a shame Belle Tempest is crap, because it's just a beautiful cover. Yeah, the cover's iconic for me, just because it was one of the first EDAs I ever looked at. It's a bit of a shame. Very thin book as well, in terms of spines, as you can see here, just compared to the rest. Yeah, very tiny. Yeah, Belle Tempest. And coming up next from the £10 book bundle is quite a rare EDA that is worth about £10 itself, and that is The Adventures of Henrietta Street. And the reason that this is quite a rare one is because the print numbers were low for the final about 20 EDAs, and The Adventures of Henrietta Street did have a low print. So on the cover we just have the Doctor Fitz, and I believe it's Angie at this point, walking through the flames, and the whole print on the background is just beautiful. The smoke, it's just a fantastic cover, one of the best that the EDAs have done, and spine is pristine as well. And that's the reason we get these EDAs, is for the spine. Now we have 4 more, and this is a bit of a rare one as well, and this is Sometime Never. I basically just got this one for the cover. I believe it is the second book with Miranda in it after Father Time, and it's just a beautiful cover. It's like this Terminator with the TARDIS in its hands, and I really love a nice CGI TARDIS render. You can see that, it's really nice. Unfortunately, the spine on this one just came really bad, but it's not to worry because the cover's pristine, and that's all that matters really. So yeah, something of it. It's also to note that as the EDAs got long, as the EDAs went on, they stopped putting the companion names on the back, which is a bit of a shame. But yeah, sometime never. Now this one is considered to be one of the rarest EDAs, and I absolutely love the cover of this one, and it's To the Slaughter. I managed to get this one for about £5.50, which is an absolute bargain, as rarely is one of the most sought after. It's the second to last EDA before the Gallifrey Chronicles. Just beautiful, all these explosions of rockets and the TARDIS in the background. I know some people really struggle getting this, so I was really lucky with this one, especially that the spine is in pretty nice condition and the back of it as well. So yeah, To the Slaughter, very nice. And now we come to the final two items in this collection update, and the final two EDAs here as well. Now these two EDAs, they come hand in hand, as you need both of them for the full story. Have you guessed what it is yet? And these two are sought after together. Bundles going for 40 quid, each going for 20. I got these two for £11, and it is Interference. Now, Interference is the crossover with the 8th Doctor and John Pertwee. It's rarely the penultimate faction paradox major plot point, and the covers combine, as we see, a very elongated McGann face, but the Pertwee face, I believe, joins up absolutely perfectly. So I believe that this one is called Shock Tactic, and this one is called The Hour of the Geek, and both by Lawrence Miles as well. With the spines, I believe that these are really good, as it's very hard to get pristine spines. Obviously, I think the second one's a bit better. The backs of them as well, and Interference I've been after for a very, very long time, and the seller messaged me afterwards, and he just went, you bought these seconds after I just put them up, and it was completely by coincidence that I just decided to just search for some EDAs, and I just made up that I managed to get these and snatch them before anyone else did. And literally, even though I bought it seconds after it was on, there were still people watching it and people viewing it. So I think that's mental, and I managed to get Interference that has caught me out for so long. So I'm very happy bunny. And thank you very much for watching my Christmas and January collection update. Thank you for looking at all the lovely EDAs that I managed to get, and just being awesome getting a chance to share it with you. I have one more collection update coming up in a few days, as I managed to get the bargain of my life, and I decided that it deserves a complete separate video and a bit of a mini review, just because I've wanted these since I was about 9 years old. So yeah, you will see what that is in the next video. So thank you very much for watching, everybody, and I will see you later. Goodbye.